Hi everyone, my name is Caitlin and this is my presentation about functional analyses. So first off, what is our definition of a functional analysis? We have our original and the fundamental meaning, which is basically the demonstration that there's a relationship between the environment, what's going on around you, and your behavior. If I look outside and see that it is snowing or that we are in a blizzard, I will be going outside wearing a winter coat, not a swimsuit. Um, and then we have our determining purposes of behavior. So that is, we'll be using different experiments, changing the antecedent, so what's happening before the behavior takes place, as well as changing the consequence, so what happens after the behavior takes place. So observing and measuring data and seeing how the behavior changes. We use functional analyses when there is a behavior targeted for decrease that we want to figure out why that behavior is taking place. They could be taking place because of any of these functions. There is play, having control, wanting to have attention, wanting alone time, um, wanting to escape, or wanting access to something. First off, we have our play, having control. Um, so what I want you to do is give your learner, give your child access to any of their preferred activities. It is always available no matter what. Um, you provide social attention and you will not be placing any demands. This is exclusively pairing with your child. If they flop, scream, bite, we will ignore it or neutrally redirect. Say, no, thank you. If we want to see if it is for attention, um, I want you to move your attention to something else. Let's see how we do with tolerating split attention, or don't give the learner your attention. And then if your learner um, flops on the floor, I want you to say, don't do that. We stand up. We don't do this at school. Give mild reprimands, calming statements, and we will track how long the flopping behavior lasts. Other times, our learner might go into behaviors because they want to be alone or they don't want to be alone. So we have our alone as well as our escape. We're going to talk about alone first. So for this, I want you to leave the room, let your learner, let your child be by themselves, just in a room at their desk. You can be in the hallway. All of their playthings are in the hallway. Any pencils, work material in the hallway as well. They will not have access to any of it. And when your child engages in behaviors for decrease, it could be screaming, yelling, punching the wall. Completely ignore it or neutrally redirect them. Then we have escape. Escape is when they don't want to do something. So what I want you to do is we will have you give them a task such as clap hands, and we'll use a 3-step prompting procedure. So here's an example. Clap hands, and then you will physically prompt them to clap their hands. While you're going through these procedures, if they start engaging in behaviors targeted for decrease, such as flopping, hitting you, self-interest behavior, I want you to remove the materials and stop prompting them to complete the task. Next up is tangible. When our client wants to have tangible, they want access, they want the item. So what I want you to do is let your learner, let your child have access to whatever it is. favorite toy activity like tickles or whispers um, for about 5-ish minutes and then say, my turn, and remove it. They're still allowed to have moderately preferred toys, neutral things. They can still have your attention. However, if they engage in behaviors targeted for decrease, then I want you to immediately return the activity or preferred item. So the point of all of these is that we will be timing or keeping track, taking data on how long they engage in the behavior, how many instances of the behavior occur, and then we will be putting it into graphs, putting it into charts to determine what the function of their behavior is, and then developing a plan on how to approach that behavior and decrease it. Thank you. And here are my sources. I used the Cooper et al. Textbook. Thank you.